Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. It's nice to see you here today. Today is the finals days of the game week 2. Today Eufrat is joining me as always, and Lyze is with us today. You know him, he's one of the moderators of the league, also a
Hello.
new player. Today he will be helping us with the commentating. Welcome guys.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, it's nice to have you in.
Me too. Great to be here for finals of the second week.
Today we'll have Hanu versus Swapko as our first game. Let me open the brackets as well. Yep. Here are they. Yesterday, as you know, Swapko won his game against Alaya. Hanu also won against Godo. Godo played with his mono Agi deck, which was very impressive. Moon fought with Spango, win his game 2-0. He is also in the semifinals. Just Up Bacon faced with Good Dog, the leader of the dogs. He also win 2-0, so he is at the semifinals as well. So in semifinals we're having Swapko versus Hanu, Moon versus Just Up Bacon. First game will be between Swapko and Hanu. While they're getting ready, let's check the standings. So according to yesterday's games, I updated the standings. They might look a little confusing to you, but I posted an explanation about them to our Discord server, so you can check that. Swapko is still having the first place. Just Up Bacon is following him. And after that, Spango, Moon. Hanu and Good Dog. Hanu is participating first time this week, but he's in the 5th spot right now. Good Dog claimed the 6th. 2 players are sharing the 7th, and it goes on like that. Yeah, you have any words about yesterday's games and the standings?
Yeah. Go ahead, Lyze.
I'm actually quite excited about the next match, the first match of today, because they had the closest games in the quarterfinals, both winning 2-1, and I'm hoping for another 2-1 series.
Yeah, I actually really like both of these players because they're extremely creative, always bring something new and something interesting, and we really don't know. They both have 3 cool decks, and any of those 3 might come up, as we see here. Swapgo is playing the Iris deck, which we haven't seen at all yesterday. Okay, something happened to the stream, it seems.
Hanu joined us, and I asked them if they're ready, they can start their games.
Okay, we're back. So as we can see, Hanu chose his Banjo deck, and Swapgo chose the Iris deck, which is the banner OTK deck with Mountain Lion.
So Eufrat, what do you think about this Agility Wisdom deck that's more on the aggressive side?
I think Hanu has an edge in this matchup because this Banjo deck is fairly aggressive. It has a lot of cool small interactions and a bit of hand hate. If you look at the hand, he has a Gato, which can discard 1 card from the opponent's hand, and it might be a key combo piece for Swapgo, so that can be dangerous. Also, it already has some threats on the board. This glitter, if it starts hitting the face, it provides an infinite value. Okay, never mind, just
Yeah,
got
it's gone.
removed. But still, a lot of small drops in Hanu's hand. Let's see if he can pressure swap go fast and not even get to the point of that OTK happening.
So, if you don't know, the OTK is you're trying to finish your opponent in a turn. That's what Swapko is doing most of the time, and he's very successful with that. Let's see if we're gonna see an OTK this game.
That's right. For you that don't know, OTK means one turn kill, which means you kill your opponent in just one turn. You reduce their health from usually max value or even more to 0. It's pretty hard to do. It takes a lot of thinking and preparing in many turns before. And once you have all the pieces and you reduce their cost to 1 or 0, because the deck uses a lot of banner and small spells.
Yeah.
Then you do 30 or 40 damage to the enemy hero.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite combo decks, like the Zam deck that Spango is playing, and this one is among the best combos in the game.
Yeah.
He's also playing a kind of combo deck with 230. If Hanu wins, maybe we can see that deck as well. Hanu also draw the Cold Dozer. It's one of the key cards in his deck. It can get very strong unless you can control it.
Yeah. Dozer has a nice interaction with all these vials, because every time you play a 1-cost card, it gets +1/+1.
And that can get out of hand
Yeah.
unless he has some removal.
Some
in
might
hand.
think that having vials in hand can be disadvantage for him, but actually it's an advantage for him.
Hanu is now preparing to play Orion next turn to buff his small units to 3/3 and possibly threaten lethal or just getting Swapko down to dangerously low HP. Let's see if the board stays.
We saw an Ether Wheel from Swapko, but he drove small units right now.
Yeah.
Just a Bacon is saying, Hanu is a pro because he's reading the cards. I still have to yet to master that skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So,
very important actually. You have to read the cards, understand them properly.
Yeah. You can't play this game if you can't read.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if you have a really good memory and a lot of time to test all the effects, but yeah, it would be difficult. So we see one of the key cards for Banner OTK. It's the Guru.
Reducing the cost of the spells.
Whenever you draw a spell, it reduces its cost by 1. So it goes very well with the mulligan effects, which we are seeing right now. Swapgo chained pretty much 4 mulligan effects, and his whole hand is probably 0 cost right now. And that helps with the OTK because you can play all of it in one turn and just deal so much damage. We might see it next turn, but right
he's
now,
also very low at health.
Yeah, right now this board actually kills him, so he has to remove probably both of these units if he wants to survive. And he's at 1 mana, so what can he do?
So he mulliganed a lot. So probably most of the spells are 1 or 0 cost right now. But I'm not sure if he has the right spells to remove them. Can you check the deck if he's running anything else to remove them?
Yeah, I don't think he has many removal spells. Maybe he has none at all. Now looking at this list, yeah. Okay, salvage will remove both units, right?
Like he's playing these combo pieces to remove units right now, so
Yes.
he may not be able
But he
to
has,
play his
he
actual
has to.
combo.
There's nothing left in the deck that can actually remove these units.
I can't see any hard removal in the deck, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I don't know if this is actually an OTK deck at all. Just looking at the list, many of these standard combo pieces are not present in this list.
Oh, it's something different now.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gaining some value with the vial and the tree.
This is lethal, if I see correctly. Burn to a crisp is 3 damage, salvage is 2 damage, and that's it.
Yep.
World Tree really did work this game.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think about World Tree and the Banjo decks, Eufrat?
Well, it's a really high roll card, because if you can get all the elements in your graveyard early, it can really be a cheap bomb. But on the other hand, the main reason I often avoid that card in my decks, it has many weak spots, because if the card gets returned to your hand, it just resets to the 0/1 Elderwood, which is garbage. Also, it's affected by all cards that hit 0 cost, 1 cost, 2 cost or less units. It can get stolen by mind control, which hurts a lot, really. It's a swing so bad it can lose the game instantly. So yeah, it's an interesting card, but you have to use it carefully.
So the first game is 1-0 for Hanu right now, and we think Swapko changing a deck. He's gonna use a Horik deck, which is, as we know, a top tier deck right now. Let's see if it's gonna help him.
Is playing the mid-range version to get high tempo on the board and finish the opponent off with board control.
Yeah, which is something very important in most of the card games, and in Skyweaver, you need to get the tempo to win your games most of the time.
Yeah, we already saw this Horik deck yesterday. Actually, it was used in both games. Swapko won against Alayam, and it looked really dangerous. I think it's the right deck to counter this Hanu deck, because
probably.
it's strong in the early game and it has some good reach in the mid to late game.
I'm also sharing the stream right now in different channels. I couldn't have time to do that properly. So an early Orchid for Hanu, which boosts
That
his
feels
units.
good. On an empty board, he has the time.
Yeah.
So let's see what this Rumble brings if it dies.
Is that the right choice to encapsulate the 3/4?
Well, it's not just a 3/4, because behind it there's Iron Shell, Hallgeist, or Casket, all three quite tough and dangerous units. So it's probably a decent play to remove the Rumble altogether. As we can see, Swapko doesn't really have a great play right now, and Hanu already has a decent board to try and start damaging the enemy hero.
And he will gain some value with the Elder Roots right now. Oh,
yeah,
that's great. That's great.
This is one of the best interactions in a Banjo deck. Just using the Tactician and Force Field to make these Elder Woods into protected trees. Yeah, trees.
That's a lot of value in a turn.
Yeah. the main thing with this board, it has 2 barriers on the 2 bigger units, so you can't really board clear this without taking another 7 damage next turn. This is looking pretty good for Hanu.
And Swap is just defending himself right now. He has nothing to do in hand.
Yeah.
I mean, board clear wise, Swap still has ground pound and
Yeah.
the
But there's no time for ground pound now. Well, maybe there is, because it can select one of the barrier units and just remove 3 other units with keeping 1 alive. But still, he's down to 8 HP. That's not enough to save him.
That happened a bit
But
too fast.
it goes.
There's a ground pound.
As you can see, that's exactly 8. And Swapko surrenders.
That's a concede
Wow.
from Swapko.
Yeah.
He was the winner of the last week, the champion of the game week 1. And now seeing him eliminated. And Hanu is going to finals. Congratulations to Hanu.
Good job, really, really.
Congratulations. That's
Well,
one hell of a banjo deck.
Yeah, definitely.
Actually, Hanu wasn't even participating in week 1. So who knows what would have happened. Now we can see him going into the finals right away in his first week.
So our second game will be between Bacon and Moon. The stream is, as you know, delayed 2 minutes. So let's give them some time to get ready and prepare for their games. Let's update the scores as we're waiting for them.
So let's talk about what they could bring out for the first game.
The Bacon and Moon, they played Horik yesterday. So I'm expecting a Horik mirror today. What do you think?
Yeah, well, Bacon is going to play Horik 99%. He could also try his Fox aggro deck, but I don't think he will resort to that unless he loses the first game for some reason.
Yeah,
And
most likely.
yeah, from Moon, I don't know what can I expect. I don't know him that well, and what's his affinity, what he really likes to play, and he probably thought about this matchup a lot. So let's see how he chooses to counter the famous Horik deck.
Let me go to the Discord and tell them the game is over and get ready.
Apart from the Horik control that Moon also has, there is the aggro Iris and the revive control city for Moon. Oh, sorry. Elemental control heart wisdom for the Moon to choose from.
Oh, that might be something we see today. Because one way to try and win against Horik is to simply outvalue the deck. It's not easy, but Heart Wisdom is probably the only deck that can try to do that. If I don't know what he runs, let me just check. So yeah, the deck doesn't run too many late game options, but still it has Ancient's Rise.
And Etherveil with Amarath as well.
Yeah, it's actually an Etherveil deck with Ancient's Rise, so that is a lot of value.
He's running a pretty high curve, actually.
Yeah, but for some reason Moon is running a Nico in the deck, which can probably mess up with the Ancient's Rise, unless he removes it somehow. also looking at the elements, like you said, they're fairly all around because there's also Manglong in the deck. So we might see an early Manglong.
The mulligans will be interesting whether he keeps Nico or not, if there's a control mirror.
Yeah, I mean, if you play Nico, you kind of want to keep it, as it's always there. But yeah,
Bacon is with us, and he said he can commentate until Moon gets ready. Your microphone is muted right now, Bacon. Yep, it's fine now. Hello. We can't hear you right now. And he's gone. So Moon is getting ready. Waiting for them. And when he gets ready, we can start. Bacon will share his screen. Wow, it was a very quick first game actually. It has been like 20 minutes we started. 20, 30 minutes.
There we go.
Hello, Bacon.
Yeah, I did the big brain thing where I opened Discord in my browser again.
Oh, I see. So how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. I was expecting to have a bit more time before my round started.
We might have jinxed that game.
Horic players, we'll get this.
So you have any comments about the last game?
Oh my god, that was just a brutal beatdown. Out of deck Savage Garden was absolutely insane, and that card has really been showing up in a lot of decks lately. We saw on the Discord server earlier today, Freud was talking about his Unophobia deck. Obviously, Hanu also brought one, and in my opinion, just any Unophobia deck is just good. It's the aggro version of playing like Fireballs with Phoenix, because you just get that free finisher.
Yeah,
Of course, so that didn't matter because he just ran them down so fast.
So do you think if you can win this game, can you win against Hanu in the finals?
I generally think of games as though I can win every game, and the only time I lose games is because I was a dumbass. I have, in my mind, never lost a game because I got a bad draw or whatever, because it's my fault for putting the cards in the deck.
Oh, that's a nice mentality actually.
Yeah, I don't do it that well, but that's how I try to do it. So, yeah.
I'm seeing
I will
ready.
definitely beat Hanu. And if I lose to Hanu, I actually didn't lose to Hanu, I lost to myself. So technically, I still won.
So it's like the Fox gang always win.
Fox Gang always wins. Even when we lose, we still win.
That's great. So Moon is ready. I guess you can share your screen and start your games.
Yep, will do. Oh, hang on. Gotta deafen.
All right. So we'll listen to Bacon's comments on the last game and what he thinks about the upcoming games. So he's ready to share his screen now. Let's switch to that.
Those were wise words right there. The card games aren't only playing out the game, but also deck building as well, especially in tournaments like this. You should be at a greater advantage when you're building your own deck, looking at the meta and what the other players are playing on the ladder.
And we know that he is a very good deck builder. He's writing about the meta as well. So let's see if he's going to win today.
Yeah, we can already see he's not actually going for the Horic deck, which everyone expected, but for the City deck.
Yeah, we ain't gonna see a copy matchup.
A challenging deck to play, to say the least.
Yeah, it's definitely a challenging deck.
We saw that yesterday I forgot who played the copy deck. Was it Good Dog or no? I think it was Spango, one of the two, and we
Probably
saw how hard it is to just navigate in that situation.
It's very open to make mistakes while playing that deck.
So neither one of them chose Horik. Moon went for the Iris deck. Let me just quickly see, is it the banner OTK or something else?
As I know, it's not a banner OTK deck. He also played the deck last week.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. It's actually the deck that runs Maw Worm.
yes.
Was he the one who played Prismata in that deck?
Yeah,
That made no sense.
he was playing
Yeah.
Prismata in the deck, but we couldn't agree on why he's playing that Prismata in the deck. Did he remove the Prismata, or it's still in the deck?
Yeah,
There's no
it's not in the
Prismata
deck.
in the list.
That's the right call to do.
So, what's the Maw-Worm's job in this deck, Eufrat?
Well, it is a card that I was honestly surprised to see at first, because why would you play such a high cost card that heals you in an aggro deck where you don't really care about your health at all, you just want to win as fast as possible? But in the aggro mirror matchups, where both players get pretty low very fast, it comes down to whoever kills who first, and Mover can actually give you from 7, 8 to perhaps 12 HP in the late stages of the game, which really gets you above that threshold where you're in danger of dying from some units that get ready or spells that just deal damage directly. So yeah, it can give you that edge in a mirror matchup.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and maybe that extra turn or two to draw that last catch to finish it off.
Yeah.
Because whenever you play an aggro deck, you just trade a lot with your hero to get an edge on the board, and that can bring you down to low HP quickly. So it just gives you more room to do whatever you want. There are some spells that damage you, like we can see right now, Vile Vials. You can turn these 3 into 3 new cards, but you need to take 9 damage, and that Worm can really get you back up.
By the way, if you notice, it's not the Copy City deck as we used to see in the tournaments. It's kind of an aggro city deck.
Oh yeah, I know this one. I actually lost this on ladder.
Yeah, right.
Really?
That's my bad on the call.
No problem.
He's playing Gemini as a finisher. We saw the card yesterday as well, which is very nice finisher. Boosted a 0 attack unit to a 6 attack unit.
Yeah, Bacon decided to make an aggro city deck because he believes almost any hero can make a good aggro deck, and he's showing that right now.
Yeah.
There are some cool interactions in the deck, like the Savage Garden we saw in the last game. It can be comboed with Full Bloom, the spell that gives all your units anima and then gives 1 unit shield. That can be very dangerous.
Yeah, that's a very
Also,
cool spell.
he is playing Hope, that gives all your units Shroud, which also works with Savage Garden. And then
We
there's
saw that yesterday
Gemini.
as well, which is a very good card.
So there are many cool interactions in this city deck. Let's see what happens.
So Bacon has a nice option in here to kill both units. He's going to use Vile to draw more cards. And barrier. With barrier, your unit takes no damage. And by the way,
It's
Bacon's
hard-
stream
hard
is a
to
bit
say.
lagging.
Yeah.
I hope that will not be a problem in the Twitch.
So it's really hard to say who's ahead right now because both players still have so many cards in hand and
Yeah.
many resources to spend. But right now, Bacon has a solid board and Moon has nothing. So let's see if he can remove this board. He can eradicate the hex to just avoid the Unophobia later.
Yeah, that's a logical thing to do. By the way, the Raging Heart is just at Bacon. If you don't know, he likes to play with his alternative accounts.
Right.
So Bacon is saying us, oops.
So Moon decided to play Hurricane to remove this whole board, which is probably the good call.
Bacon held off on filling out the board, so
Yeah, that's one thing that is a beginner's mistake, to simply throw down all units you have, and if the opponent has a board clear, you just lose everything.
Especially when your opponent is playing Wisdom. It's very possible that they have a board removal in hand.
Okay.
that's the force field combo with the animals.
Yeah, we already saw that in our previous game. But right now it was also used to cover the vapors for the free card draw. Iris is getting very low on HP. Now we can remember that thing we talked about, the mole worm, which should be helpful.
And Bacon is drawing Unophobia. Right now he doesn't have enough money to use that. We can see the game ending with a Unophobia.
Yeah, because already 25 cards in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Out of those, I would say at least 10 are one cost. We will see when Bacon opens up the grave to count himself, so we will get an info about that.
Yeah, in the chat, they're saying that it's lagging a little bit. So Bacon's stream, as I said before, it's lagging. And in the probably very soon we will have an observer mode in the game. And when we switch to that, these lags will be gone.
That's an angler.
Bacon doesn't have a good way to get past by this totem unit. He would really love to.
Pretty close to lethal, though.
He managed to get himself to 3 power, but let's see what comes out. Are there any guard units?
Yeah, there's a 1 guard right now.
That's a good one.
There's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, is he saying how unfortunate?
Moon has 2 or 3 more turns to do something to actually try and win before Unophobia happens, because that's probably GG.
He has many units in the grave, so it can be a nice Malworm turn if he has it in the hand.
Let's try to count this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay,
as risky as it sounds, Moon probably should be filling up his board against Unophobia.
Yeah. Well, right now Bacon has some damage in his hand with these units. He can play Overcharge to gain 3 zaps.
So there's a Starfield for the Bacon. That's a nice draw. You don't want to get that at turn 9.
Actually, if he throws down all his units right now, he can get 5 zaps and 1 from the B unit. That's 6 zaps.
Yeah, that's right. Looks like he's going to do that.
But he doesn't have enough mana to cast Starfield as well.
Let's see if he's going for the hero or the unit. If he goes for the hero, it will open way for the Unopovia.
But he's going for the board because he knows if he gets to Unophobia, he just wins. So why risk anything?
Yeah, you're
Why
right.
keep anything on the board? He's just so well protected. This Avatar of Light just gave him, well, 15, no, maybe 15 HP or something. I don't know how much he had, but it was really a lot because each zap healed him for one and Avatar of Light healed him for another one.
And that's a nice spell to draw right now. Gift gives you 5 more health.
Yeah. Moon is still alive, barely. Let's see. Are there any cards in his deck that can actually save him?
Yep, that's
So
probably
Bacon is
GG
getting.
now. Oh, still 10 mana.
Yeah, so Moon doesn't really have anything that can turn this around. His biggest unit is Great Gusto, which doesn't really do much.
So he misses 1 damage. But we can say that the game is over right now.
Yeah. Let's see how Moon goes out.
There's the Gasto, but ain't gonna save him. And the
With his
Traveling also ain't gonna save him. And that's the victory for the Bacon.
It's GG.
So Bacon 1, Moon 0, first game for the Bacon. Let's see if any of them going to change their decks. I don't think Bacon will change the deck, but Moon is probably going to change his deck.
Yep, Bacon staying with the city aggro. Moon. I'm expecting Moon to switch to Horik.
Yeah, especially if he's playing any life gain in that deck with mummies and stuff. That can be very useful.
Yeah, the first match is always tough because you kind of have to guess what the opponent will bring, and you can try to bluff and kind of counter their counter or whatever. So Moon perhaps thought Bacon is going for Horik 100%, so he's going to play aggro, but Bacon brought an even faster aggro, so yeah.
I guess Moon have thought that Bacon is going to change the deck, and he haven't changed the deck. He hasn't changed the deck. So, can he win with that deck?
Will we see another 2-0 here?
Well, maybe Moon just thought Bacon was lucky with his draws, and
Maybe.
this game he can maybe win it with this same deck.
So there goes a Scorch. Scorch stayed in the air for me for a few seconds.
Yeah.
It's lagging a lot for Bacon.
I don't know how I feel about this matchstick unit because it always just dies to the hero attack. It's like you're playing the Scorch to deal 2 damage to the hero and 2 damage to the unit.
Yeah, that's right. From time to time, the unit can be useful, but we don't see it played a lot.
Yeah. We saw Lightning Vial to just dust the Opal Golem, which would allow Bacon to play his whole hand right away. Now, those were some really effective bees that removed a huge threat.
Bacon has 3 1-cost units, so he's comfortable with the Tempest Brew.
And all these apps have an interaction with Avatar of Light, which we saw in the last game.
Yeah.
So pretty much every turn he can give his hero shield, and shield against an aggro deck just buys a ton of time.
That was an unready hot dog, which is always sad.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh, wait.
how was it? How was it not ready?
Like, I saw that it
It
was ready, but did he attack?
You can see on the left in the log that the dog
Oh,
attacked.
It didn't go bright for me.
Like, the
Or
stream
I
is a
missed
bit
it.
lagging for Bacon, so it's easy to miss some things. By the way, guys, don't forget to follow us. We're trying to unlock many features for the channel. Like, right now you can use the channel points to play bets, but you can't view or we can't display them. If we can reach 50 followers, we can unlock all those features and many more things. So please don't forget to follow us. And a little below, if you scroll down, we have sound alerts. They are free right now. You can use them at any time in the stream. Feel free to use them, but please don't spam them.
So Bacon has 9 cards in hand, and he just overdrew one. But I guess he doesn't care too much. Moon also has 9 cards, and will also overdraw one. That happens when the doctor dies. Everyone gets 3 vials. Okay, a Flame Volley is just an amazing card right here. It removes both shrouds. It removes the Fire Sword on the hero and gives Moon an exact trade against Hope. So this was just an amazing turn for him.
Bacon's health total is going pretty low.
Yeah. He also has flames on himself, so he has to use something to remove that. This is that interaction I was talking about on the match start. Full bloom with Savage Garden. So he chose not to trigger one anima, but to remove flames from himself because he knows HP is low right now and better not to risk it.
I'm curious to see what he does with the wild vials. They'll probably sit in his hand for the rest of the game, but yeah.
Yeah, I can use them.
But you can always use it to kill your own hacks if you are scared of some dusting effects.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
And he might have a few other barrier units in the deck. So Force Field gives you 2 barriers. That's like 2 free vials.
And Sklu has followed us. I don't know how to pronounce the name. SKLU or Sklu. Thanks for the following.
Sklu. This is one of those turns where it's almost impossible to play everything correctly.
Yeah,
At least ordering all the cards is just a tough job.
and he's gonna use the vial.
Just to guarantee it.
It's turn 9, so in 2 turns he will have Xenophobia most likely ready because only 4 cards are left in his deck. And look at the graveyard, already 28 cards in it, so Xenophobia will be at least 10 to 15.
Yeah, it can be a guaranteed finisher.
And this is looking tough for Moon again. Let's see if he can pull something off.
Oh, the BM. Here comes the BM.
And also there's this Gemini, always ready to make your life miserable, to turn this Starfield into a 6/6.
Viking saying something to us.
Yeah. I feel in this game Moon hasn't used the Hurricane, which can be used to remove this board and deal some decent face damage.
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
probably, but yeah, no mana this turn. Let's see if Bacon goes for the Gemini here. He draws first, which is one of the tips that will appear in my beginner's guide.
Yeah,
Because,
looking forward to that.
yeah, players often do something in their turn and then draw at the end and find out the card they drew is actually better to be played at that turn, but it's too late because they don't have enough mana. So that's a common mistake you see.
Will that be ready this week or maybe next week?
Well, the deck is pretty much ready, so I'm guessing in a few days.
Oh, that's cool. That's great.
So Bacon is going again for the same combo we saw in the last game, which is Avatar of Light plus Overcharge to play many zaps and also heal your hero. Moon is looking like in a tough spot right now. And next turn, Xenophobia is probably coming down for a little.
Yeah, Viking has two options in hand to finish the game. One is Xenophobia, one is Gemini. Let's see which one will he use.
He is calculating now.
Yeah. Well, that's why this deck is probably top tier, because it's not just aggro, it has those deadly finishers, which can bring you a win even against mid-range and control decks when it looks like the opponent has come back and they might turn over the game. You just play Xenophobia and that's GG.
Yeah, that's the
We've
common feature of the versatile decks, the top decks. They are always versatile. You can play them good at the early game, in the mid game, and they can help you finish the game. What were
we've
you?
seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
I was going to say, what were you saying?
I was gonna ask, is the Fox aggro deck falling a bit out of flavor?
Yeah, yesterday
Because
Good Talk used that. Actually, he made some misplays, but the deck couldn't help him to win the game. And we haven't seen the deck used in this tournament beside the Good Talk. So maybe it's falling. I'm not playing in the ladder these days. So if you guys are playing in the ladder, you can tell us.
Yeah, I have to say I also haven't been playing much lately. I was busy and I'm also waiting for this big announcement. If it's open beta or whatever, then I'll start playing again seriously. But I think Fox deck is really good. It does not have those late game finishers, but it's still the best aggro deck in terms of aggression and being the fastest deck out there that can really win in 4 or 5 turns.
Yeah, that's right.
So it has its strengths.
By the way, guys, don't forget to check the Skyweaver official channel stream on 25th, if I'm not mistaken, or 24th. They can possibly announce something. We'll see.
Yeah, there will be a big announcement, which we're all hoping for.
Yeah.
So Bacon decided not to play Xenophobia this turn, even though he had 11 mana.
Oh, there goes the Hurricane.
And there's the Hurricane, the crucial area of effect spell. but Gemini is still alive, and you really don't want to punch it with a hero. Also, Moon really needs something on the board right now to survive Uniphobia. He has to know by now that Bacon has it, because Bacon has 0
Yeah.
cards in his deck.
So I don't
Yes.
think he has any solutions right now. The game might be
Yeah.
over. This ain't gonna save him.
Health difference looks to be the deciding factor this game.
Yeah.
So let's see if there are 14 cards. I believe there's at least 15, so let's see. I guess that's it. Bacon
Yeah.
probably counted. Yeah, that's it.
Wow. Congratulations to the Jester Bacon. He is going for the finals for the second time. Last week he went to the finals, lose his game against Swapgo. This week Swap is not in the finals, but Bacon is. So it's a nice chance for Bacon to pass Swapgo in terms of points and claim the first spot in the league.
Yeah, good job, Bacon.
Thanks.
I'm really happy to see you playing a deck other than Cork.
You hear Bacon? Oh, he's gone. I was expecting to commentate on his game, but he's gone.
So we will have our third place match now, I think.
Yeah, let me check our participants. Actually, maybe we can give a 5 minutes of break so they can rest. Moon just played and he needs to play again. So let's give a short break, 5 minutes of break, and we'll back with the third place game.
Okay, see you.
Hello guys. The break is not over yet, but Bacon is with me. Welcome,
Howdy.
Bacon. How was the game?
Oh, it was great, except for all of my awful plays. I don't want to rewatch that one.
But in the end, you managed to win the game. Congratulations.
Yeah, Unophobia is whack.
Yeah, it's a really nice card to finish the game. Also, the Gemini is a very good card to finish your games.
Quite. Yeah, I
So-
told y'all Moon was a threat. That aggro deck, like, Hork would not have been able to handle that turn 1 Iris play. Not at all.
Yeah,
So,
I was expecting Moon to change his deck actually. I
I
wasn't
was
expecting you to
expecting
change the deck, but I was expecting him to change the deck.
Sticking to his guns was probably the right move, honestly. That CD deck, it can just burn down fast. And the Hork list that he's running doesn't have the most removal options.
This city deck you used today wasn't in the meta-analysis, right? The copy
Nope,
was in the
not
in
at
the
all.
game. Yeah. And what do you think about this one? Is it an S tier, A tier deck?
I would say it's at least A tier. It kind of picks up where the my Unophobia lists have dropped off a little.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, I spent the entire week after the last league just working this out because I'm like, somebody had made a comment about Bacon only plays Fox and Hork, and I'm like, I'm irritated, but also that's kind of true. So I spent like an entire week grinding out an entirely different hero, grinding out a new aggro strat that I could use, and I had seen Werfs post about this combo a lot in the beta discussion about like Avatar and Shockpaw, but he always discussed it as like this big combo with like Invest or something, or like trying to just get up to 99 health. Whereas I like that combo, and I'm like, that's a lot of healing and damage. Why don't we throw that into an aggro shell? And then whenever I run up against another aggro deck, I can just pull out Avatar Shockpaw. I can take out their 1-drops, I can heal a lot. I also get my shields for free. Or if I'm playing up against like a control deck, I just get a little bit of healing and burn damage. So that was the combo that the deck was built around. It's that Avatar Shockpaw, and then also the little anima shenanigans. Savage Garden, Force Field, Shockpaw, Full Bloom.
That's
And
pretty
then we
smart,
kind of
actually.
throw in a bunch of 1-drops and call it a day.
Like when you get used to the one style or 1 or 2 prisms, sometimes it may be hard to switch to another. But as we know, you're playing this game for a long time, and you managed to come up with something really nice.
Yeah. It also lets me say that cards are OP in more good faith because I'm playing the cards that I'm complaining about. Like, if I win the game with Gemini, I am much more credible to say that Gemini is a good card that should not be that good.
I
This
am
brings
back,
a
by the
question.
way.
Welcome back. We're
I
still in the break, but Bacon is with us to discuss his game.
Yep.
This brings a
seem
question to my
have
mind.
fought
Uh,
Bacon.
will you consider using a wisdom deck?
No.
So
Unless
unless
it is Titus, and Titus is meta, and that meta Titus deck is playing, like, literally all of the dragons. I'm talking Tiamat, I'm talking Dracomantium, I'm a Ruaf, Dream Dragon, I want all of the dragons. If I can do that, and Wisdom is unfortunately the way that best effectuates all of the dragon strategy, then I will play Wisdom begrudgingly.
I see. I'm looking forward to see that days.
I had a question for Bacon.
Shoot!
Eufrat touched on it a bit, that you can make aggro decks out of any combination of prisms. Do you have any comments on that?
It is, in fact, a true statement. But Wisdom as a Prism is incentivized to play in the most lame way possible. So that's why whenever we see a Wisdom aggro deck, everybody always gets hyped because it's like, oh my gosh, Wisdom, and they're not being lame. Wow. Ah, so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Wisdom has some really stupid good aggressive tools because their control tools are so good that they also work for aggression. Let me just pull up Wisdom cards real quick. Yeah, Cane and Mask is just one card draw. Sentry Key is just a little banner. Hydrate ruins control decks. Rosewater Charm, as we saw, lets you do the stupid openings. Sphinx Mask is fine. Eradicate is one of the best dust options in the game. Incinerate just blows through everything like Halcyon. Whisk Away is just hilarious. And those are just like the 1 and 2 cost cards. Like, you start getting down, you're like, okay, Burn to Crisp is a solid card. Orchid just lets you do funny things. If you ever run up against an aggro deck, if I ever play Wiz with aggro, I'm always putting Ill Will in that thing. Because either I go against an aggro deck, and I play like my Fox Miller or whatever, then turn 2 I play Ill Will and your hand is ruined. Or I'm playing against Control, I go turn 1 Hydrate, then turn 2 Ill Will, and you're just like, well, what do I do now? It's a stupid card. Salvage is face damage, World Tree is 4 cost, like 8-9 or some crap. Turn the Tide is a stupid... It's better Blitz. Like, Wisdom just has 1,000,001 good cards. There's, like, hardly any bad cards in this Prism at all. Oh, you can run Sky Phoenix on the top end, like Ron does. Although Sky Phoenix requires skill to play.
Yeah, that's right. I'm checking if Moon and Swapko are ready.
Yeah.
Looks like they're creating their lobbies. Maybe one of them
I
can join us.
You could definitely beat Swapko.
Wait, what? Again? Can you say that again?
I hope I didn't discourage Moon at all. He can definitely beat Swapko.
Oh. We'll see that right now. Still waiting
What
for
did
them
you
to join.
think about your opponent's choice of deck against you? Twice in a row,
Just
the
now
Moon.
or Hanu's yesterday? Not Hanu, good dog.
No, just now.
Oh, I thought it was a very wise choice. Especially considering the odds are me playing Horik, as you guys said. And,
Yeah.
like, I purposely played Horik every game, even against the Fox matchup, because I'm like, if I go up against Moon, I cannot beat this aggro deck reliably with Horik. Like, I was looking at Good Dog's Fox deck, and I was thinking, okay, there's a few little kinks in the armor here. It's maybe just slow enough that I can out-heal it. But, no, Moon's Agilus, after the last tournament, he put some work into that thing. That thing is terrifying now.
Actually, yesterday I was expecting Good Dog to take at least one win against you. But I don't know if you watch it again. He made some misplays yesterday.
I honestly don't think the Earth Golem play was a mistake, like y'all said. First off, it was, like, quite risky to go for that. Secondly, he'd be giving up a lot of his board presence that I was struggling to get. If I'm dropping Earth Golem on, like, turn 3 with a double mana potion, my hand is not that good. And it wasn't until turn 7 I was able to wake it up with Temple Watch. I was hoping the Cation to Chain Storm for that, but that wasn't happening. So, no, Good Dog played very well that game. I was terrified the entire time.
Oh, it's nice to hear that.
Yeah.
Swapko joined us. He's ready to share his screen. If you want, you can stay with us, Bacon. That's up to you.
Okay. I'll try and keep my mouth shut, though. Doesn't mean I will.
You can commentate, it's not a problem. So let's switch to that.
Well, the Unrise. Let's see some control action here.
Yeah.
And Moon again with the Agi Wisdom.
As we have seen, the Unrise list is not unbeatable. It is most certainly prone to where it can brick.
Yep. But what would you say the rough matchup? How does this matchup roughly go on average?
Looking at the... On average, I would have to favor Swapko. And looking at these hands, I really gotta favor Swapko. Unfallow is just finding all of his early cards that he really wants, like Pyrocrafter, Flashbang, which just allow him to dominate board. And later on, whenever that Hammerhead comes down on turn 4 or 5, that's really going to shut down Moon's aggression. On the other hand, Moon can totally just hurricane through the Ancient's Rise if he's able to live that long.
Yep.
So I'm not sure who should be the aggressor in this matchup.
But I mean, you cannot just rely on one hurricane to win you the game, as we saw against.
In the clouds, at least.
It helped one turn, but if you refill the board, that's just it.
Yeah. Ooh, yikes. See,
Oh.
here's the trouble.
He's gaining the tempo.
Horik has got some aggression. I don't play these cards usually, but Horik has got some aggression. Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
Yes, that's a lot of damage. But he needed to.
It's still the correct play.
Definitely. Phil Swift here, bringing out a Rumbo.
That's such a nice curve.
What
really be
Rambo is getting? Drawing.
Well, apparently not an Iron Shell. Oh, nothing, actually.
Oh,
Because Lightning Vial.
Yeah, it could have found Hallgeist or Casket, I think.
yeah, both of them are nice.
Okay, that play is really interesting there. Because he just unfellowed there, he's basically committing that he's not going to Ancient's Rise until he draws in the Forest Heart. Means that Moon has a fair bit more time to get the game going.
Yeah, with the fire side now he's drawing, increasing his hand size and reducing their cost.
Well, Firecrafter, but I'll take out his... Oh? Huh. Your Trailblazer goes down either way. Or he can just ignore it and go face.
Yeah.
It's more common.
Already down to 13 HP. This is a tough spot to be in. Flame Volley is good, but it does not remove the Shark. Or it does, with Scorch.
That's Matchstick, finally. But that was an expensive turn to achieve what exactly? Reclaim board?
Yeah, well, I think it was a correct play.
It was certainly correct, but Moon is still not in the best position.
Oh, yeah.
It's also
And
interesting
it
to
will
see.
probably only get worse from here, looking at Moon's deck list, with cards such as Mawworm being kind of useless here.
I
Yeah.
think Swapgo tried to silence his own unit, which is impossible. No?
Mm-hmm. No more optional silence. Yeah, I think just curving out's the best answer here. He's threatening lethal, and he's got Chainstorm in hand to knock out the guards, provided that his units have enough.
You have to see that Hurricane now.
Look like he doesn't have that in hand.
I hope Moon wasn't planning on doing anything else. Yep, there goes your turn.
It's the mistake.
Did he forget that Iron Shell just removes all your mana?
Bro, I think that's just like part of Iron Shell's text effect. Like your opponent forgets about this card.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
that's like censored somewhere by Coulter.
So he did not go for Polar Bear.
I think he wanted to keep the flames running.
Yeah, exactly.
Although we do have to say the flames have been chomping down itself a little. Not like it probably matters. Unless Hurricane comes down. Oh!
That
Oh,
was the
snap.
only cost.
Really good.
But still, Swap
Buying him a few turns.
with the banner.
He's
or
got
not.
life steal too.
Oh,
So can we see a comeback right now? Oh, that's gonna be great to see.
Oh, no way!
so let's see what Seek finds.
Ancient's Rise at 6, but
Oh.
remember, he already unfallowed. It's the 1 cost. And Hammerhead, that's not helpful. No! Moon, come on! Gusto, Gusto! Like, no, Gusto doesn't even solve here.
Yeah,
Literally, Chainstorm plus 1 point of damage next turn can beat out any guard.
Maybe.
Except for I need to just stop saying things that are not true.
So Spirit of Sleep also puts your hero to sleep, right?
Yep.
That's
You know
another
what's about to happen though. 4 kills. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
But this is a good spot to play Beloved on your hero.
Oh, he's taking the damage.
No! Come on, come on.
Can impale.
Oh, that's a full clear.
He can't target. But
You won't.
can target
Yeah, you
the
can't.
hero, right? Yep,
Yeah.
you can. So it's
Yes.
over.
Game 1 to Swap Go,
Congrats to
last
Swap.
week's champion.
Here's the issue. Had he played catch on that polar bear, I think he would have had enough health to live another turn.
Yeah, that's right.
Because it translated into what, 4 points of damage before it was removed by Hurricane?
No, maybe 2 damage or something. But still, it would be enough.
Whatever it was crucial. Yeah. It was kind of just a trade-off of damage on face for damage to my opponent from the flames. I guess it goes back to what I said at the start. We don't really know who the aggressor should be in this matchup. I guess Moon thought that he was the aggressor and that he would have to win the game before Ancient's Rise came down, which technically true. But as soon as Swapko dropped that unfollow, he had a much better shot of living through it.
But we still haven't seen that mole worm at all.
Yeah,
Nope,
that's right.
I was waiting for it to come down against me. I was scared.
And now he gave up on the Iris deck to try to win the mirror match.
Oh, this is not a mirror. Oh no.
Well, sort of.
This right here is a Horic list that I made a while back with a few tweaks.
It's
It runs off the normal cards, but it also has Phoenix Plume and Hexdoll and Brimstone.
Alright, this is a full control actually, with Undragon, Titanic, Grave Roll, and everything.
Uh-huh. It's got my PogChamp, Dracomantium. Okay. Issue number 1, the deck is missing a few hard removal pieces like Sunder.
Yeah,
Normally the answer here is just develop board and then just throw things at them. He might wait on killing Skeeter until Swapko is forced to play Unfallow. So that way there's no double Skeeters. And also maybe mess up the Ancient's Rise. Stats. No. Crap.
Yeah, but he at least has 2 max mana more from Swapko.
Oh yeah. He's fixing to start doing some stuff. If he has Phoenix Plume, that can be another couple. Okay.
I'm creating.
Golem has already been drawn, so he can get Earth Golem, he can get Opal Golem, or he can get Titanic here. In any case, he definitely has something to play next turn, and Earth Golem can come down with Buckler up at any time. Swapko doesn't have Dusting. Ooh,
Okay.
that could be a setup for something dangerous. One mana shy of being able to Buckler up over the Hex. Unfortunate.
By the way, Lyze, you played versus the Hanu in the groups, if I'm not mistaken, and it's your first tournament. Would you like to tell us about your experience?
Well, I kind of just I've played like like 3 to 4 months ago, when you invited me to the game.
Yeah.
And sticked around a bit. I really like the concepts in the game, by the way, such as attachments and stuff.
Hey, hang on. Do you guys see that? That was a turn 8 Titanic.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That was an angry dino.
Yeah, and just in time to perhaps save Moon.
Unfortunately, he's playing the crystal there, so he won't be able to Evermore it back anytime in the near future. He can after Royal, though, but that's quite a while.
Does he have any health gain in the deck?
Oh yeah, Hork's got plenty of health gain. For starters, this is the turn that Cause Wrath comes online. Raise Arms is there.
Raise
There
arms.
it goes.
Beloved there. There's the Raise Arms. In my list, I've started running Light Ranger to pick up Beloved and Raise Arms more, and you get heal off of the draw. It's just all good.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Dracomanthium is also a thing with Lifesteal. If you got Draco Buckler up, that would be pretty close to game were it not for the Mortal Blow.
Looks like Moon stabilized.
Yep. Where I swap go now, I would probably go Ancient, or suit up first, see what you get, and then just drop Ancient's Rise. Because we already know that Titanic is offline.
So Swap is taking his time right now, thinking about
Dusted
that.
stuff. Oh, he got sniped on the dusting. That is unfortunate. And with those 1-drops there, one of those is going to get picked back up on the Ancient's Rise. So I'd actually probably attack with my banner, sack Pyrocrafter into Casket, because it's better than Crypto on the Ancient's Rise, I think. And then try to go for that. Because otherwise, you're going to get Crypto on it. You could have at least played Pyrocrafter first. I think he realizes that. Yeah, this is pivoted back. It could be anybody's game. Draco? Buckler up? Question mark? Vapors?
The turn was running out, so Swap Go kind of misplayed
Panic.
there.
Crypto was still in the deck, so he probably should have attacked... Oh no, the Skeeter got there. Never mind. Actually, he should have held on to that Zomboid.
Yeah.
You can use it
same.
with that Dragon.
You can always use it.
And Beloved. No, sir. That armor. Honestly, if he dropped Royal right now, that could be pretty close to game. Depends on how things go.
So
Oh, no.
Golem.
No way. Let me pull up Swapgo's list. I don't know if he has an answer to that.
Oh, there's also Beloved.
Light Ranger would bring it down.
But
With
Chief
the Eclipse.
Justice can bring it down, yeah.
Or yeah, Chief Justice. But yeah, Chief Justice would have dealt 5 damage to it with Wither.
And has a chomp as well. I don't know if he has played it, but
He hasn't played Chomp.
This board is looking amazing, but still Moon has 20 armored HP.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's just a setup turn. He's going to start drawing and removing now. He's
Yeah.
like, alright boy, now it's my turn.
He's going to take at least 12 damage to the face.
Yeah. Oh! Oh wait, Swapgo has Chainstorm. 5, 10, that is 16 points of damage. Wait, where'd the stream go?
It went out for a second, came back, again went out,
we went
Uh,
hard.
and back again. Swap is having some problems, looks like. It's fine now.
he could Chainstorm and then Impale. And that would also take care of the mummy that Cleo summons. He might have Lethal. He didn't want to go for it.
It was actually lethal, no?
It may have been lethal, or it may have been just a bit shy of lethal. But after that, Hork would have only had Royal to heal. Oh wait, it wasn't lethal. The mummy would have healed 4 too. Ooh. Ooh. That Unfallow is going to be bringing back a Crystal, a Crypto, and 2 mummies. Crypto will always draw. Mummies are healing, and Crystal will only draw if your mana is empty.
This is also dangerously close to lethal.
Yeah. Notably, he can use Crystal to overwrite the chains if he empties his mana. That's one of my little tricks I like to do.
Swambo is thinking about keeping Hope alive
Misses 1 damage, I think.
and keep Banner, and that's 9 damage, right?
Yeah.
Or actually, Chief Justice will die, so it's... Yeah, that's 9.
Here's another issue with Hork. Grave Royal activates top down in sequence. So
It's
if you
10 damage
get your
actually, but
you
he had
No,
played the Chainstorm.
It's 9 damage because he will lose the banner from Chief Justice.
Oh, alright.
So he decides not to play
But-
Chainstorm at all.
The 5 cost card, I forgot the name, still has banner, and he ain't gonna lose that.
Moon is gasping for breath here.
But what can Moon even play right now?
Not Grave Royal, Geode. Whenever he unfallowed, he took the mummies out of his discard pile, which made Grave Royal not capable of healing. Even if he had played it, though, Grave Royal activates top down, so if he had too much draw before the healing, it would have killed him from out of deck. Or it could have. I don't know what's currently residing in his deck. No, don't tell me.
Is this it?
No! Come on, Moon. Come on, just hold out, just hold out.
Yeah, it's totally
Believe
fine.
in yourself and the power of friendship, and you can do it.
Yeah, I don't think he can come back from this because there's still enough mana to play Forest Heart and Unfollow.
Yep.
No, this is
Okay.
It's lethal.
normal.
Oh, no. Oh. Moon.
So Swap
Well
wins
played by
2-0
I love you, man. You did
and claims the 3rd spot. Last week he finished 1st, and now he's 3rd. And last week Moon finished 4th. Interestingly, he's finishing as 4th again. Congratulations to both of them.
Congrats, guys.
good luck, Bacon.
Yep.
Hopefully we can get one win for the Foxes finally.
I've said this a million times. Like, even if I lose, I still win.
Yeah, but that doesn't count really.
No, it does.
I
If
mean,
it doesn't count, then how does Foxfang always win? Answer me that.
yeah. Let's say you're right.
Yep. Big brain. Galaxy brain. Okay, I'm going to
Can't argue with that.
share up.
Are you going to share the screen or Hanu?
Yeah, I got it.
Alright then.
See that there. Deafening. Hanu, good luck.
Yep, good luck to both of you.
Yep, good luck to Hanu as well. Let's see a close grand final match, hopefully.
Yeah.
And
It was nice to hear Bacon's comments, actually. We suddenly
Yeah,
become
right
4 people in here commentating.
Right now he's sending some messages saying put Amarath into strength, which makes sense, but also no.
So, by the way, let me check if Hanu is ready. Looks like they already talk with each other. Bacon started the game. Wait, Hanu's writing in the chat right now, probably still watching the game with a 2-minute of delay.
Yeah. It seems Bacon is still debating whether he should go for the Horik or City.
What would you choose against Hanu?
Well, I don't know. Against that Banjo deck, I feel both decks have a good chance. So I don't know. Let's see what he picks. I don't want to speculate too much because Bacon will probably pick the right one. So we will have an answer.
Let me create the bets for the next game while they're getting ready.
So he did choose the Horik deck.
yep, let's see if Hannah brings the banjo deck again. Yes, he does.
This is not really the hand you want to see. 4 spells, no units, nothing to play, but still you can play Crystal Cache and Unfollow to get some units to play early on. Also, Funeral is a good card against this Banjo deck. There are plenty of 2 cost or less, 2 power or less units to be killed. Exactly, we see one right now.
Yeah, that's right. Let's remind to our viewers that Regenhard is just at Bacon. C to turn is Hanu Street.
Yeah, I really think from next week we should enforce players to use their main account just so we avoid confusion.
I guess Hanu is not remembering his main account right now. Its password. Like, I haven't seen him for a year using that account.
Yeah, but he has like 12 Hanu accounts.
Yeah, that's right.
Also, you can change your name to whatever you want, so they can use these accounts. Just change it for the tournament. Bacon found his Dragomantium and reduced its cost to 7. So this is something Hanu can't really deal with. Also, there's Titanic on turn 10.
Hanu also found his combo pieces.
Yeah. Already there's a timer for Hanu to win fast, and he played that Cold-Dozer, which is crazy strong if left unchecked, already a 6/6.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm checking Bacon's hand and he doesn't have any removal for that. A guard, maybe?
Might be a bit of a problem going forward. Stop that Cold-Dozer.
It certainly looks like a problem because no removal spells in Bacon's hand. And now he's giving another turn to Hanu to buff it even more.
Hanu found some options to remove those guards. At least one of them.
Okay.
Well, the early removal is a bit of a problem for
Yeah,
the
Bacon
Bacons.
is desperate. He plays Vapors to try and find a card that will save him, but he does not find anything.
And the Potion Seller will draw another 1-cost spell right now, which is going to buff the Dozer more.
And this is a great spell against Horik.
Yeah, definitely. And not that the top card of the grave is the best card right now to dust, but still, it's a nice option. And he has a solid board right now, with a strong Dozer there. And
It's a
Bacon is
nasty
already at
board.
9 health with the turn 7.
There comes the Chainstorm.
Yeah, but
Let's see how.
Chainstorm does not stop the Cold Dozer. He could try and play Dracomantium and give it armor with this shield. I forgot the name.
Buckler up and it's
Buckler.
0 cost.
But if Hanu can return it to hand or something else, it's GG. So it's risky.
And he also has a spell on his hero right now, which is an
Oh yeah,
advantage.
good point. Good point. That actually deals so much damage to the Dracomantium. It practically kills it instantly.
Yeah, Bacon knows that and it's not going for that. First the Chainstorm. And he will be trying to survive with 2 guards trusting them. There will be a mummy on board soon as well.
Yeah, this is the critical moment of the game. Can Hanu just finish him off in this or the next turn before Titanic comes down?
There goes the whisk away.
No. Let's see if the guards hold up as well.
I
They
guess
cannot.
not.
Hanu has bunch of health, so is still throwing and buffing up. And
No answers yet to the.
Also, these vials are pretty much dead cards for Bacon because he cannot use them on the hero. This is just game over.
he gave guard to his units. Wow, those are
Yeah, this is
winning
it.
the game. And the Gemini is down on board. Wow, that was a really cool game actually. Hanu played it perfectly. Those who created so much pressure just by itself. And Bacon
1-0.
didn't have much removal. 1-0 for Hanu right now.
Yep. Let's see if.
Yeah, we just saw that Horik
Yes.
can lose because it does have some weaknesses. If it gets a slower hand and you pressure it fast, you can definitely win before those big threats come online. And Hanu played that perfectly. Let's see if he can repeat that success or they can find some answers this time.
It's gonna be a rematch of the last game. Both players seem to be confident in their decks.
We know Bacon likes to play his deck again, even if he loses.
Yeah, Bacon is probably thinking right now, I lost because of bad luck, not because I made some mistakes, so I'll just try again. And next game, Hanu won't have that crazy opening with the Cold Dozer, probably.
So an Elder Impale.
Yeah, Hanu chose not to play the Mana Potion into Whisk Away from Gato to remove 1 card from Bacon's hand, and that seems to be a mistake because Gato just got removed. It was a risky play, it didn't pay off.
An early Earth Golem.
Yeah, on turn 3, an Earth Golem.
Is he looking to get rid of the roots next turn?
Yeah, probably wants to trade that.
Yeah, Hanu decides to ignore it, which is probably the best play always against Earth Golem. Force your opponent to waste another 3 mana to remove the roots. But Bacon just uses Chainstorm to overwrite the roots and to remove that hive, which is dangerous if it's left alive. Okay, that's just a critical card from the top of the deck. Well, not from the deck, but actually from Hex, which denies that 10 health to Bacon, and that might be the key for this match if Hanu manages to win.
Yeah, Hanu's trying to get a lot of value from his wilds, and he's doing that very nice.
But still, this game is looking so much better for Bacon.
Yeah. Like, even though he plays the Cold Dozer, look, probably ain't gonna survive.
He might, okay, I was thinking he might go for Beloved here because that's plus 7 HP. But he decided to do the opposite from that and just punches himself for 6 damage.
Bacon seems to have stabilized at 15 HP. Let's see if we can keep this up. Oh, there comes the
Cold Dozer is on board right now.
nightmare again.
Yeah, but
But
this
the
time,
answer is this time, yeah.
this time it's not going to be that big.
Hanu's choosing to take 6 self damage with the wilds.
Yeah, Bacon can just play chill here to gain health and reduce that board. Then he can use Sunder to perhaps kill the Coldozer,
Yeah, that's
or
a valid
just
play.
play the Spore Blast to nerf that board and then trade down the Dozer before it gets out of hand.
He's gaining a mana also.
Yeah. And still has 9 cards in hand, so he's able to do all these things for the past few turns to control the game pretty much, and still has so many resources available.
Oh, a nice world tree. Going with a full stats in onto the board.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a big swing, yeah.
That's a convenient barrier on it as well.
I wonder if it's smart to give that Elderwood a shield instead of a barrier. Because
Yeah, definitely. I would have choose barrier.
right now it seems it was a great call because it got a free trade on the Doom Shroom.
That's a big board.
Yeah, very big board with Gemini is also in there. A 7/6 lifesteal unit with lead. Wow.
So explosive, that Banjo deck.
Yeah, definitely.
2 turns ago, Hanu had nothing, and now he has
Yeah.
this super dangerous board. Bacon doesn't have a good way to deal with it. He could Grave Royal one of the units, but that does not save him. So he chooses to go for 2 guard units, and he'll
None of these quite clear though. Okay, there goes one down.
Yeah, but he took 7 damage for it.
Yeah, now he's sitting with 11 health. That's very, very risky for Bacon.
Banjo might be out of fuel after the last turn.
Yeah, those were his greatest threats. Also, we could talk about the Opal Golem. Is that card overpowered? Because it just gives guard to every unit in your hand, and it's so annoying to play against as aggro, because all these units just become shields to buy more time.
Yeah, you can also play it with Casket right now. So it's a little overpowered unit. And Hanu is sitting with a very nice board. It's very close to win this game.
Looking for a seek. Oh, that's a nice draw.
Yep.
So Bacon knows Seek will find Cast Breath, and he goes for that play. This board suddenly looking kind of slim, and Hanu only has 2 cards in hand, so really running out of fuel to finish out this game.
Oh, he's
But
buffing the units.
This is just an amazing find. This could
Oh.
be. I think this is a. Oh no, it's not. But it's close. Yeah.
No, he can't use the moon to clear them.
Nope.
And that Grave Royal, I guess, can't save him.
Yeah, he's 1 mana short of actually doing something. Maybe not. Let's see what Grave does.
Yeah, he managed to survive another turn. And now he has many options in hand. And Hanu only has 2 cards in hand.
Yeah, but let's remember this Banjo deck also has Xenophobia.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yes. He's basically on a clock right now.
Yeah. Because you tend to forget about it. It looks like an ordinary aggro deck. You see hacks on turn 3 perhaps, and then 10 turns later, you completely forget about it, and suddenly Xenophobia comes down and you die.
Yeah,
That's really smart play from Bacon.
Yeah. And more health gain for him. Removes the unit as well. The Shell Officer.
But Xenophobia here maybe even wins, because 33 cards in the grave. Many of those are 1 costs. Hanu might be even counting right now.
Oh, I think he just wins.
Tempest Brew.
Not yet. Oh, they just keep coming down.
Yeah. Bacon is back at 8 again, 8 health again.
There's a Dracomantium.
But it's just incredible to see that this Banjo deck is actually still finding resources, and Bacon's deck is running out of fuel. Well, not really, but a lot of
Burnite in the deck. You can
Yeah.
drop that Burnite and use that with the Seek. Is he going to do that?
He's also scared of Xenophobia, I think.
I think his best bet is Dracomantium against Xenophobia as well. Maybe buys him a turn.
Yeah.
Here's a 2-1.
This could be GG.
Yeah. And it's dusting that.
There's the Encapsulate.
Encapsulate such a great card.
And GG.
Well, guys, we have a winner.
Is it over?
Hanu wins the game week 2.
Great match. I really enjoyed this last game. I think is the best game we saw today.
Yeah, definitely. This was a great game. Hanu played perfect. He showed us how skilled he is with the deck building and playing them. And
Yeah.
in his first week of the leagues, he managed to win it. And he proves us that he can.
Ah! I suck at this.
Hi, Bacon.
Hi,
Hello.
big.
I kept expecting the healing to come later, and by the time it did, it was too late. Ah! Ah.
You played well.
No, not really.
Managed to become second again. So you're
That
earning
is
lots of
not a
points.
record I want to keep. Oh well.
Do you think you've made any blunders or mistakes, Bacon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thinking back, okay. First game was just what was I supposed to do about that? Better than
Yeah.
better deck, which I've already made said better deck, which irritates me because I'm much more aware of all the flaws of this deck, and I'm like locked into it. But that's a me problem. Second game, because that's the only one to focus on, I kept making really aggressive trades with my health because I kept looking and I'm like, he doesn't have burn damage except for like Unophobia and Burn to Crisp. I can force out Burn to Crisp at some point, that'll be easy, and then like I'll just trade in the lifesteal later. Like I'll get my Dracomanthium, not thinking about like the encapsulate. I'm like, he'll have to encapsulate Titanic whenever I play Titanic, which never happened. Or whenever Ether Mask goes off, like I'll get my Titanic, which never happened. So I kept banking on being able to force out those options. I was never able to. And then also the random hand buff on Gemini cost me 7 health.
Yeah.
Which is just ridiculous. Oh, do I still have number 1 standing? Because like swap lost. I'm not sure how that points shake out.
I guess you will have. I need to check the standings. Let me check. So
I think first
today
has an
Swapko
points
had
might
10
be one.
points. You had 8. Now you will gain 2 more points, I guess, and we'll move to 10. So you will share the first place.
If I can't take first in tournament, at least I'll take first on the ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is upsetting. Every time, like, I go 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, and then I just get clapped. Grr.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, what was I... That first game has me slightly upset. Not as much as Toothy Hurdy, RNG at least.
Oh yeah.
Toothy Hurdy is
Tooth
stupid.
is a very random card.
Oh well. In any case, Gemini will probably get nerfed now, which it should. That card is really stupid.
Well, we
I
need
mean,
to
in the
send-
second game, as we were watching, you keep getting back to board, and he just comes with these explosive turns and just fills up the board with
Oh, yeah.
5, 5, 6, 6.
Yeah. Remind me, what's the counterplay to that? Draw a Mortal Blow? Yeah. That's a good plan. It's in my deck. Does not happen, unfortunately.
Will you streaming tonight after this one?
Yeah, I'm actually going to be streaming right after this, doing, I guess, the post-league stream. I think Good Dog has kind of delegated me to that task.
Right, it's gonna be great to listen from you again, your comments, and see your games. Don't forget to watch that, guys.
It'll be on Sky Streamers here on Twitch right as soon as this stream is over. I'll be getting that up immediately. I'll just be chit-chatting with y'all, talking about the tournament, talk about whatever, play games with y'all. Just generally vibing for like a good almost hour and a half.
You can share it also in the SWL channel. By the way, I'm showing the viewers the bracket right now. We have seen great games today. Congrats to all participants. You all played well. And I guess we come to the end of the stream. Thank you guys for joining, for your valuable comments.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to be here.
Thank you, everyone.
Happy to be here as well. You know, I did say even when Fox Fang loses, we still win. I guess technically Fox Fang is in the number 1 spot.
But still, 2 weeks in a row, dogs
Yeah.
are winning. So you have to work harder for the next week.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a nice day. Have a good night. And don't forget to watch the Bacon stream right after this one. See you later.
Have a good evening, everyone, or good morning, depending.